Good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're doing right, 'cause it's time for Profit Review. Now, I'm actually doing this live. I don't normally do that, but I thought I'd do an early stream on the Monday. I will still be showcasing skins and whatnot a little bit later, but yep, I'm here to do a Profit Review. So, chat, if you want to say hello, feel free to do so. Let's get ready. So, of course, last week we discussed the October 9, 2025 roster, and that means today I'm here to talk about October 16. So, sit back and relax. I'm going to start yapping. So, what was my initial reaction when I first saw this rush door? Well, I have to remind you all of this. Initially, this garage door was getting quite a lot of attention. And you might sit there and say, well, why? It's just a garage door, right? Well, a lot of people saw just this picture, just this image in the workshop, and they instantly assumed they had transparency. A lot of transparency. So, does it? No. This does not have transparency, but people assumed that with the pictures. They instantly went and bought a bunch of them. And once I saw it for myself, I was like, uh-oh. Oh, no, I could see the writing on the wall here. And if I could just quickly go over to here, you can see some people complaining. I thought I thought that I was going to be able to see through the garage door like the bombshell skins. Looks similar, though. No, so yeah, I think a lot of people bought it expecting it to be a nice glow-in-the-dark, transparent garage door. But nope, it was just a perfectly fine-looking glow-in-the-dark garage door. So still looked nice. It's just, uh-oh. Yeah, if people realised it didn't have transparency, it probably wouldn't have sold so much. So, okay. Just want to remind you all of that. A pretty silly, goofy thing, but it did happen. Now, looking at all the other skins. Oh, cool, another bed skin, yay. But, again, it was to be expected. It's a brand new skinnable, and of course you're going to keep seeing more and more and more and more of it. But, at the very least, we didn't see two. So, okay, we're recovering. Oh. Pirate Collection returns. Now, if I could just quickly remind you, we did, at this specific point, recently see the boots being accepted, and they did not sell that much in comparison to the Tier 3, the hoodie and pants, and, of course, the Tier 2. And so, could we see the exact same thing happen all over again? Because those boots were doing very, very nicely, simply due to the fact that they sold a lot less in comparison to the other clothing armor skins. Although, do you really associate the backpack with the clothing armor? I mean, sure. Night Demon boots and gloves. So, okay, that's a nice addition. Still was hoping for Tier 2, though. And that, of course, was a big, big hope. But could it actually happen? Ooh. So with these arriving, we did see the Night Demon, the previous skins, Sparkle them on, Sparkle the price ever so nice. So, could they work out individually as well? Ooh, we'll talk about that. B Sap is accepted, so this is a bit of a funny collection. We got the door, we got the small box, now we've got a Sap. This just so happens to have a transparent aim sight. We were aware of this, but we questioned how many people would actually notice. How many people would jump in and try and buy it now that we've made a point about it. Well, Sap skins up to this point weren't exactly doing super great, so I have to talk more about that in a bit, when we talk about it a little bit more. Sword Sword, perfectly fine looking salvage sword skin. It's just a matter of salvage swords, they never hold their value, they go down in price very quickly. Another M39. It was the focused item of the month quite some time back, and we get another M39 being accepted. However, this one just so happened to have an interesting transparent aim sight, which I'd like to show to you. Oh, there you go. Perfect. There you are. Perfection. Phantom Collection continuation. But would people actually, well, care? How many people actually, enjoy the M39 weapon itself? We'll talk more about that in a bit, don't you worry. Focused item of the month, the Miner Hat, getting another skin accepted, the Senor Tomato collection. That looked nice, but, is it going to be okay? We've already seen two others which stood out very interestingly. That, of course, being the Anglerfish and the Halo one from the previous week. This is totally fine for what it is, but Senor Tomato collection's always been a bit of a funny one, a bit of a strange collection that's got, bits and pieces here and there, but, would it actually be solid and retain its value and all that? Oh. And then we have the Bones Fridge. A very strange, near enough full transparent design. We've never seen anything like this before for a fridge skin. So, alright, it's unique. But was that enough? Well then, okay. So, just to remind all of you, at this specific point, we did see a lot of fridges. Could it get potentially any worse? Could we see any more? Well... But initially, we even saw it back then, it wasn't really selling that much. So, okay, understood. Some interesting skins were accepted, but in regards to what potentially might have been a best investment for this week. What were we considering? So, of course, with all the skins, initially, like, the first thing I wanted to talk about, I said the boots and the gloves were looking very, very interesting, purely based on the fact that, well, we're still waiting for Tier 2. Ooh, what might happen in the future? Oh, well, we'll see, we'll see. Now, in regards to everything else, I thought the pirate backpack was also in a very, very good spot, as I've already made a point of, with the boots being accepted just like good several weeks before this. The boots had, at this point, worked out very, very nicely, so I envisioned the backpack wouldn't sell too much in comparison, and very likely could, work out just as nice. Looking at all the other skins, though, we're just about to turn into Halloween, right? The very next rush store is Halloween. We're starting to notice, we are noticing prices are going down at this specific point. So I was looking at all these other skins, and I was definitely questioning everything. I looked at everything else. I thought the SAP might be a pretty interesting approach, but then again, SAP skins during 2025. Oh my goodness. We've had quite a lot of them just in 2025, but also the prices at this specific point, back in October time, they were not holding up very nicely. Previous years, we saw some very interesting SAP skins being accepted, and during the summers, during the lead up to like post-Christmas and whatnot, all those skins would go up in price ever so nice. They'd all end up in the positive. At this specific point in time, I was looking at these SAPs, and like, I can recall this, only the Deep Ruby SAP was actually doing alright. Only slightly as well, and well, you can see it right now. Considering not too long ago we did have the interesting Pilot Pack M15, did that cause issues? But you do have some transparency, and it had very good nightlight. Maybe it might work out alright. Maybe we'll see a lot more B weapon skins being produced with transparency as well. So, it was interesting. It was just, I wasn't sure. Hello, Mark Keane. I'm actually doing a profit review right now. So, yeah, SAP was interesting, but I thought maybe I might be better off with a buy order. All the other skins, though, I wasn't feeling very confident. The Bones Fridge was interesting. Back then, as I've already mentioned, the sales were low. It definitely looked like it was going to be one of the lowest selling skins out of the batch. But with its design, could it actually work out? We were talking about how maybe you might want to use this like a barricade where you can hide behind it, but we're going to carry a fridge everywhere you go. So, yeah, it looked interesting, but again, the amount of fridges and the amount of more fridges that we're expecting. Halloween's just around the corner. Surely we'll see one of those being accepted, right? The weapons, I wasn't feeling very confident. Savage swords, they just immediately go down in price. Again, I just didn't have the faith. M39s at this specific point, we have seen a lot of them simply in 2025, and when you compare to previous years, it's very, very noticeable. Back then, all of them were down in price. Wasn't feeling very confident, no, so, okay, fair enough. The garage door, oh my, yeah. It was comfortably in the lead with a lot of sales, and well, yeah, a lot of people bought it simply because they assumed it had the transparency, and I was worried that we're going to probably see a lot of them on the Steam market afterwards, so... Alright, not everything was like super perfect. I didn't even talk about the bed, but brand new Skiddables. We just kept seeing more and more beds being accepted. So I didn't feel the need to, yap about it too much. What was the first 24 hours of sales looking like? Well, if we could just switch over to here. I can confirm, initially, honestly, everything looked like it wasn't really selling that much. And you can see my comments right here. Way less sales! So, with the first few skins, yeah, they're looking quite alright. But then all of the other ones, from the gloves all the way to the fridge, honestly, all of them look like they're going to do less than 10,000 subscribers. Now, for the boots and gloves, ooh, that looked pretty interesting. But then for like the SAP, we still questioned, would people actually like notice it and care? I did put a short video out showcasing it and whatnot, but didn't really change that much, and we'll see that, we'll see for yourself in a second. But everything else, again, like, we were noticing prices were dropping off. We knew Halloween was literally the very next rush store. Perhaps people just weren't interested. Perhaps people just were thinking, you know what, maybe we're just better off waiting a little bit longer. Don't need to spend any money. Rather, spend it on the Halloween skins. So, okay, well, fair enough. I mean, you could think of a lot of things, perhaps, but yeah, we were noticing it. That was the thing that we had to focus. So, okay, we'll see how it goes. So overall, perfectly fine. But now, let's discuss the prices we suggested when we did the abnormal barders. So, if I could quickly switch over to here, you can see that I have the video. On the night that we did the abnormal buy orders, can confirm the Armory Garage Door that had just over 20,000 subscribers. The Iceberg bid, not too bad, not too far off. Just over 17,500 subscribers. Pirate Backpack, oh, Pirate Backpack. We're questioning, could you also sell a lot less in comparison to like the Tier 3, the Tier 2 and the Hoodie and Pants? Yes, it did. It was sitting there with just under 17,000 subscribers. Night Demon Boots and Gloves. Well, can confirm both of them did go over 10,000 subscribers, but they were slotting in perfectly fine in comparison to the Hoodie and Pants and the Tier 3. Okay. Still hoping for Tier 2 though, but we weren't going to see it happen for a while, because of course we had Halloween. So, Sap, just over 10,000 subscribers. Sword, oh, yep, just barely over 8,000. And with the rest of the skins, yeah, they didn't sell that much. So, yes, quite a decent amount of them did end up going over 10,000 subscribers, but still, honestly, wasn't that much. Right, let's start yapping about the prices then. So, for the Armory Garage Door, I said 70 cents to $1. I wasn't feeling confident with that. Again, wasn't a ridiculous amount of sales, but I was pretty sure a lot of them were people assuming it had transparency. Iceberg bid. I looked at it, I questioned it, a $2.49 skin. I thought, you know what? I could potentially see something cooking here. Typically, with every end of the year, we do tend to see some ice sort of theme skins being accepted, and then we'll probably see like a nice ice-related collection being built up. I asked the skin creator, would you consider making some more Iceberg skins? I was asking for like a table and a chair, maybe could do like a locker and whatnot. I thought it looked pretty cool. Skin creator did consider it, so yeah, he was making some skins. So knowing that, I thought, you know what, I'll probably do like a $1 to $1.50 buy order. I was going to commit with just a buy order, but I was like, could it actually be profitable? If we do see collection continuations, well then. So I had a bit of confidence with it. Just needed to see those collection continuations. BSAP, $2.49. I thought about it. I questioned it, and I thought, you know what? I'll do $1.20 to $1.70. It hadn't sold ridiculously, but was it actually going to get noticed? Phantom M39. I didn't have any faith in it. Yeah, it had transparency, but like, did people actually care for the weapon itself? So, yeah, 60 cents to 80 cents. Now, in this particular week, we actually had more regular skins in comparison to abnormals. And so, for the Pirate Backpack, I looked at it, $1.49. It wasn't abnormal though. But I thought, you know what? I probably will still stick with a buy order. I suggested doing 80 cents to $1.10. Night Demon Boots and Gloves. Their sales were perfectly fine, but how long until we see Tier 2? Will we ever see Tier 2? Nothing's ever a guarantee. So I looked at it, I questioned it, and I thought, you know what, for both of them, 70 cents to 80 cents. Sword, Savage Swords, 60 cents to 80 cents. And then the Bones Fridge. Bones, oh, Senior Tomato, sorry about this. Senior Tomato Miner Hat. I looked at it, I thought it was fine, but I knew I'd see some Halloween miners hats. I felt very confident we're going to see it happen. I saw the submissions. So I thought for that, for a 99-cent miner hat, I thought, you know what, I'll just offer 60 cents to 70 cents. And then for the Bones Fridge, 80 cents to $1.10. I wasn't fully confident, even though it had like hardly any sales, 7,300 subscribers. Even then, I thought, you know what, there's a decent chance it's most likely due to the fact that people just didn't like want it or care for it. So I took that into consideration, and I thought, yeah, I'll just stick with the lower price buy orders. So yeah, that's that. Oh, yes, sorry. There's a fix for that. Originally, I put some prices incorrectly, and someone was just pointing out, no, you did it wrong. Oh, sorry. Thank you once again, Mr. Nothing But Dude. He pointed out the mistake I had. Right then, so how did everything turn out? What was the outcomes? Did I buy anything? I don't remember if I did, actually. Looking at all these skins, I believe I did not. But I do remember I did buy the plushies, but that happened 2 weeks ago. If you can remember, the plushies were in every single Rust store for October 2025. So, hopping back over to here, let's now switch over to, ta-da, Armory Garage Door suffered. Although not too badly, to be honest with you. So, I told you immediately the mistakes people were making, and well, it did drop off. At the moment, it's sitting here about half its price, but I said like a cheaper price, didn't I? I thought that was probably going to go less than $1. did actually happen, because when you look at the actual buy orders here, they're still like pretty strong all the way up to $1. Well, I can confirm to you, it hasn't really gone down super bad. It appears a lot of people do happen to appreciate it. But if you to kind of question it at its, like, what price was it at its worst, it does look as if it was at around $1 for a while. So yeah, that did happen. Is it holding up? I mean, well, my barter suggestion was 70 cents to $1, and if you did manage to pick up a few, well, here's hoping it improves. Here's hoping you can actually flip it for a decent profit, but could it actually happen around January time? Yeah, fingers crossed. But I will point this out, the skin creator did try and build up like a collection. He did submit another skin after this. There you go, so he actually made two. He made Medbay and he made Tech. So he wants to have like a garage door set. So that was the Armory garage door. This is the Medbay and, well, Tech room. So, okay, he tried, but didn't get anywhere, unfortunately. And yes, he did incorporate transparency in the other ones. Yes, it did happen. So it's too late now. Didn't get accepted. So, yep. Armory garage door, to be honest with you, I am surprised you're still holding up to at least that price, but not really super profitable, is it? So it is what it is. That just basically showcases garage doors this year. Lots of interesting skins accepted, but it's been quite a struggle for most of them to even hold their value. So yeah. Right then. Iceberg bed. Have you held up nicely? No. That also went down to about half its price. So I actually removed my bar order. I was feeling pretty confident, and I'm not joking, Skin Creator did consider it, so let's just quickly remind you that I did say, wouldn't it be nice if he made like a collection of these? Well, he did, he tried. As you'll see over to here, he made a fridge, which, you know, that makes perfect sense. Iceberg storage box. He even made a chair. He made a chair! But did it get anywhere? No! Damn it! He should have made the table as well. Anyway. We could have had a cool looking Iceberg set. It'd have been perfect for December time, but nope, Facepunch didn't want to do it. What a shame. Anyway, let's look, go back over to here. Let's get a good look at this. So, yep, as you'll see for yourself, sitting here at about $1.40, the bard as well. They're still comfortably above $1. And the price I suggested was $1 to $1.50. So if you did manage to put that barter down, chances are you did probably pick up a bunch of them. But if I could just look at its actual sales history, it's actually starting to improve. So if you're to look for like the lowest price, yes, it does look as if it went slightly below $1 at one point. But it is starting to improve, so maybe my barter suggestion wasn't too bad. Whew, here's hoping. Here's hoping we do actually see some collection continuations in the future. Hopefully. Not a chair enjoyer. Oh, you're just upset because you might have been stuck on it. You sit in it for a while, it melts a little bit, you stand up, oh no, stuck to you. So, it's a shame. It is a shame, but what are you going to do? So, right then. Let's now move on. And yep, about the pirate backpack. So, as I had already mentioned previously, we've had quite a lot of skins being accepted. But all of these, the tier 3, the hoodie pants, the tier 2, over 40,000 subscribers on average. Yes, that did happen. But back in the summer of 2025, we saw the pirate boots being accepted. It was a surprise pair of boots. When we're looking at that, that only did about 13,500 subscribers. It sold significantly less compared to the rest of the set, and it worked out ever so nicely. Now, currently, right now, it's actually doing better than where it was back in October time. Again, my skins were dropping off pretty badly, but it's still holding up quite nicely. So, backpack, how you doing? We suggested for you, what was the price again? We suggested 80 cents to $1.10. It was not abnormal. I look at it now, and it's comfortably in the positive. It's actually doing quite all right. So, yeah, it looks like with this selling significantly less in comparison to the rest of the pirate skins. Yep, it's in a very good position. Sitting now with only 26 listings. Ours are still holding up quite strong. Yeah, it's doing very good for itself. It actually worked out quite all right. Now, if you were to ask me, Hedge, did you actually manage to pick up some for yourself? Let's just find out. No, apparently I didn't. Well, that's a shame. It appears I offered too low. Now, maybe it might be due to the fact that I wasn't very fast to put my barter down. At the end of the day, I'll ask you, did you pick up any for yourself? And if you did, are you satisfied? So, yeah, I didn't actually buy anything straight from this Rust store, and I didn't manage to pick up one of these with a barter. Oh dear. So, it is what it is. Imagine a sofa iceberg. Oh, that would be pretty sweet, Mr. Markeen. Don't give them ideas. They'll make you pay $10 for it. Anyway, pirate backpack. You're looking fine. So, yeah, missed out. Oops, didn't mean to go that far. So, yeah, pirate backpack. Comfortably in the positive, but could it go even further? I would like to see it happen, but what else could the pirate collection get to give it a boost? Well, a jacket would be nice. Maybe the skin creator would consider making a jacket for the new delayed Force Wipe. That'll be February Force Wipe when we see the naval update. So we'll see. We'll see. Night Demon progressed ever so nicely, and it did get the tier 2 eventually. So let's just quickly showcase this to you. I had some high hopes. I thought, you know what, those gloves, those boots, they probably will be appreciated. So as long as we do see the tier 2. And I can't confirm it did happen. Yes, yes, yes. So what happened here? The tier 2 went down in price. Well, nothing else could come out after it to give it a boost. Oh, fair enough then. Well, focus in the boots and the gloves. Yep, you worked out perfectly fine. Now, if I could just zoom in a little bit more. Just to clarify, the gloves did almost 13,000 subscribers, and the boots did just barely over 11,000 subscribers. The hoodie, the pants, unfortunately, they sold a little bit too much in comparison to the tier 3 and the boots and gloves. So, yep, tier 3 did, well, between 12 to about almost 14,000 subscribers. But, the hoodie and pants, they sold just a little bit too much. And for a very long time, we just had boots and gloves, the hoodie and pants, and the tier 3. The hoodie and pants, unfortunately, suffered as time went on. Even when we saw the tier 2 being accepted, those hoodie and pants still stayed down in price. God, Hedge, drink some more water. I actually don't have my water bottle near me. Oh, no. I don't. Where is it? Anyway, so, did you pick up some of these gloves and boots for yourself? Let's see if Hedge did. Actually, I did. Yeah, I did. I bought a few of them. Can't confirm I sold all of them, though. Yeah, with the tier 2 appearing, I managed to sell a decent amount. Do I still have some boots? Let's just quickly find out. It appears I don't. But then again, I'm basically frozen in time, so it looks like I never actually bought any anyway. So, all right, fair enough. So, yep, it was very nice to see. The price went up ever so nice, but has this been better? Let's just quickly confirm. Yes, it was. Look at that. You can easily see how it just works out ever so nicely. But it did have to wait until November time. So, as you'll see over here, it actually retained its value for quite some time. But when we actually saw the collection continuation, it went all the way up to like $2.50. Close to it. So, all right, yeah, you have been better off. But honestly, it's still holding up quite nicely. No complaints. BSAP. I questioned it. I thought about it. And as time went on, we ended up seeing more. What do you mean? So basically, if I could just show you all the SAP skins we've seen as of recent, can confirm we got a pretty cool looking SAP from hell, but the whole thing glowed. But then very, very recently, we saw Heat Seeker SAP appear. And then after that, for absolutely free, even right now, as you're watching this video, you can get that Trust and Rust pistol for absolutely free. So $3 free. $3 free. Anyway, unfortunately, the BSAP just got lost in the shuffle. It didn't stand out enough and people didn't notice it. This has just as much transparency as this and, of course, this. And yet, no. Heat Seeker collection has got a lot of support behind it. A lot of people appreciate it. Well, it's just working out quite nicely. Yeah. I remember looking at this and just looking at the collection at that specific time when it was in the Rust, and I was like, guys, that's probably the best investment for the week. I actually bought a bunch of those. In regards to the BSAP, did Hedge actually pick up any for himself? Yes, he had a few. I can't confirm on the other accounts that actually had the barders, I have picked up even more. Now, could there be a nice future ahead of you? I mean, I would like to see it. But also, what price did you suggest, Hedge? With the BSAP, you said $1.20 to $1.70. At the moment, we're basically smack dab in the middle of it, but hey, what's it going to look like as we roll through January time? As you might notice, we've got an 11, we've got a 16, we've got a 21. That's fine. That's fine. Got no issue there. It's just, I would have hoped for it to have been a whole lot better. Oh well, more options have appeared. You can't really do anything about that. So it's just been a bit of a nice, slow trend downwards. It's not exactly nice, is it? But it looks nice. It's just, yeah, it's not actually a nice thing there. Anyway, it is what it is. We knew about it. We knew that it had the very nice transparency. It just didn't seem to get into everybody else's know-how and whatnot. So, all right, understood. Sword. I expected nothing, and well, that's what you get. So, nothing wrong with the design. It's just it's a salvage sword. People don't appreciate them, and the skins, they drop off. Oh, they drop off. Only 15 listings. Someone bought 9 of them today, really? What do you reckon? Are we looking at another manipulation of sorts? What do you reckon? Well, it's not holding its value. It halved in price and went even less. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but not surprising. Phantom M39. It's half its price. So, I'm not sure if people even noticed this had transparency. To be honest with you, even back then, I didn't make too much of a fuss about it. But, yep, can I quickly switch over to here? Come on. If you're wondering what's that, it's the Steam Inventory Helper extension. It's only on Chrome, and it allows me to look at all of these and look at more listings. So, yeah. I can look at this in different currencies, and I can confirm it's basically halved in price. And I did suggest like 60 cents to 80 cents for it. Can I confirm that? What price did you suggest? Yep, 60 cents to 80 cents. Whew. Did it ever get any lower? Let's go quickly find out about that. So let's just scroll. Have you been improving recently? It looks like it has. But yeah, at its lowest point, it was sitting at about 80 cents. Or rather, I don't know how low the lowest listing was, but people were selling to the highest buy order. So, yeah, maybe it just got dumped. Well, it does look like it's improving, so here's hoping it does. But, yeah, I wasn't expecting much. Did I even pick up any of them? Let's go find out. Does Hedge own any? He owns a couple. The account that has the actual barter, though, has picked up quite a few more. So, yeah, it seems like my barter suggestion was reasonably correct. It just wasn't enough. So, all right, fair enough. We'll see how you turn out, but not really expecting that much. But then again, we haven't seen that much, like, any more M39 since then. So, give it time. Maybe it'll work out. We'll see. Senor Tomato Miner Hat, how are you doing? Well, not very well, unfortunately, but there was times it was in the positive. Senor Tomato collection is a very, very weird one, and as you'll see for yourself, hardly any listings, but this has been up in price before. So as you can see for yourself over here, it's going to up. So to look at it, it is trending downwards. Although as of recent, you do see it starting to gain a bit. We'll see how it turns out, but it's only got 22 listings. Several sales. Oh, suddenly it looks a whole lot more interesting. But yeah, there's a period of time where it didn't have that many listings whatsoever, like less than 10. And because nobody was listing below a certain point, this was actually listed like $1.30 for a while. It did look as if it was actually in the positive. But as I already pointed out, we're expecting it, and it happened. Halloween miner hats were made, and they were accepted. So, more options appeared. Didn't help this out whatsoever. And yet again, a perfect showcasing of a focused item of the month. Look what happened. Oh dear, far too many skins accepted in such a short amount of time. The prices have dropped off. Or rather, well, Creep Miner Hat, you're starting to improve a little bit. We'll keep an eye on you. But yeah, unfortunately for you, Senor Tomato, if your collection had more support behind it, maybe it might have worked out better. But then again, you know, some of these are actually looking quite all right. But it's also due to the sheer lack of sales. So, all right, fair enough. So, yeah, bit goofy, bit silly. Did you pick up any yourself? Remember, if you did buy any of these skins straight from the Rust store, feel free to comment below. Come on, own up to it. Bones Fridge. I was considering potentially just buying a few out of pure curiosity. I was like, what's your come on, Hedge, don't you think it might just randomly go up in price one day? I thought about it, I questioned it, and I thought, you know, I'll just stick with my barter. And you know what? That probably was the smartest thing to do. Bones Fridge, I suggested 80 cents to 1 to the 10 for you. And well, you've gone even cheaper. Right now, it's sitting here at 70 cents. 70 cents! What? 30 listings, very, very thin. Barter's like non-existent. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So, what happened? People just didn't care for it. That's the best answer I can give to you. Feel free to comment below your thoughts in regards to that. But yes, the Bones collection itself, not exactly in demand, as you'll see for yourself. We have the small box, the locker, down 37, down 53, and down 53. But also, what's contributed to the fact that this is struggling is the fact that we just have far too many fridges this year. 20 in total so far. We still have Christmas. Come on now, don't you think we'll see a Christmas skin? I feel confident we will. So, yeah, far too many skins have been accepted in a single year. Before, the fridges, well, we didn't used to see that many of them. No, we did not. But now we do. Now we do. So, unfortunately, lost in the shuffle, not appreciated, price went down. With my barter suggestion, unfortunately, you probably picked up a bunch of them. Did Hedge, or did you remove your barter fast enough? Nope, he bought 30. Here's hoping you improve, because I kind of need it to happen. Oh dear. Oh no. But I did remove that barter with the higher price one. I could see the price was going down. I removed it, and I stuck with my original barter, and well, yeah, worked out because yeah, it went down even less. Oh dear. So overall, yeah, it wasn't surprising. most of the skins did go down in price, but, well, I had some pretty high hopes for the boots and the gloves, the backpack, but all the things I could see issues with. Mistaken identity, brand new skinnable, salvage swords. All the things that were looking pretty obvious that they were going to go down in price, yep, they did. And the things I was curious about, the things I thought were looking pretty interesting, they actually worked out quite all right. So, all right, outcomes were pretty much expected. Cool, no issues. So, once again, feel free to comment below your thoughts in regards to what we just discussed. And now let's have a nice little preview for the next week, because, of course, with the next profit review, we'll be talking about the first week of Halloween 2025. Oh my, that's the first ever transparent furnace we've ever seen. Alistair's looking very nice and sharp over here as a garage door. Some burlap clothing's actually being it. I think this was the first instance of burlap clothing, but then again with the fryer set, but as a set. Oh, cool, nice. Oh, hang on a minute, it glows in the dark. Uh-oh. However, it didn't glow in the dark initially, did it? Oh, yeah, remember. Another locker, another fridge. Pumpkin boots? Really? Yeah. Was it actually affiliated with the pumpkin collection, though? And then another batch of interesting looking skins. Quite spooky, it's quite scary. Oh, yes. So that's a wrap. That's the profit review. Thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. And to the people watching as I stream this, thank you very much for watching. So, yep, that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to all of you. Best of luck to you trying to make some profit during post-Christmas.